All right, hi everybody. This is going to be the first video of our dialogue system tutorial, and it's going to cover project setup. So first things first, you want to make sure you have Unity installed. The version I'm going to be using is 2019.4.20. If you're in my class, you need to be using that. If you need to add that, so this is Unity Hub. If you need to add that version, you can click Add on the Installs tab here, and you're going to have to go to the Download Archive, and then you scroll down and find that version. So it would be in 2019, and then you would click this green Unity Hub thing, and it would pop it up in Unity Hub and start downloading. And when it's done, you can go on to the next step, which is going to be to download the project that we're going to use as a template or a starting place. Now, we ran into some issues where the size of the project resulted in some weird path, like the Windows file path was too long errors when you're trying to unzip it. So that adds a little complexity, but I think we can work around it by going to desktop.github.com, or if you already are familiar with Git, use whatever Git client or mechanism you know to clone a repository. So I would recommend you download this. It's free, it's multi-platform. Once you have it downloaded, you're going to want to go to this repository. So I'll try to make it easier to make this link clickable for you, but here's the URL just in case. And what you're going to do next is click this green button and choose Open with GitHub Desktop, which you should have already installed. And once you have it installed, if you click that, it's going to ask you to clone the repository. And pretty much you're just going to hit clone and let it do its thing. It will download the project for you. I guess I'll just download a fresh copy to see what happens. One thing you should probably do that I didn't is pay attention to where you were cloning it to. Once this thing is done, I'll show you a nifty way to understand where these files are on your computer if you didn't pay attention to it. When it's done downloading, you'll get a little pop-up like this that says Initialize Git LFS. This is just something that Git uses to deal with larger files. So you're just going to click the blue button. Yes, you want to do that. And then to understand where this is on your computer, you can click the repository menu and then choose Show in Explorer. Or if you're on Mac, it probably says Finder. And here I can see that I've put this, it's inside of this directory. So I put mine in Windows C:\test. When you go to clone something, like if I go click this button again and I hit open in GitHub Desktop, I guess since I already have it, it won't let me. But when you do that, you should probably be careful to download the project somewhere you want. But you can always move it when you're done. So for the purposes of this class, once you have this thing downloaded and it's on your computer somewhere like this, and you can open up the assets directory and you see a bunch of stuff, you can just close GitHub Desktop, and we're probably not going to use that again. Unless something goes wrong for you, then maybe it'll help me get you back on track. Now the next step, let's go back to Unity Hub. I'm going to choose projects, and we have this project downloaded on our computer somewhere, but it's not listed in this project list. So what I need to do is choose Add, and well, it's already to the right spot here, but you would just navigate to where this is on your computer. So it's important to understand where these files are. And then you're going to double click the name of the repository, which is just Dialog System Third Person Starter Kit. It should look like this inside, and you choose Select Folder. You'll know that it's a Unity project if it has an assets folder, basically. That's the trick. I hit select, and it's in my list of projects. Want to verify that it's on 2019.4.20. If it's not, you might need to add that version or select it from the list. Then you click it and it should open in Unity. If it's the first time you've opened a project, it's going to have to generate a bunch of files. It's like this library is going to get created and a bunch of other things. I'm going to pause the video unless this gets done before I find that button. And I'll unpause when we're done opening the project for the first time. All right, so my project opened, and so if I click in here, hopefully yours looks something like this maybe. Now, the thing we want to check right off the bat is if it works. I want to call your attention to the Unity console window, or down here, this is like the first line of the console, so it's kind of like a shortcut to the console window. You'll notice if I click it, it's going to show me the console tab here. And I'm going to actually just go in the top right, I'm going to choose layout default, just so everything is going to look normal for you. So you can just easily go back to default anytime you want. All right, and so when I go to the console, we want to see if there's any errors. The red ones are the errors. The white ones are just like comments, and the yellow ones are warnings. If you see any numbers here, there's probably an error, the red stop sign looking thing. Sometimes if you click these buttons, it like filters things out. So like all these yellow ones were hidden, you see? So be careful with that. I'm going to make sure that they're all like displayed. And the one I care about is this red one. Now the way to find out if this is there's two ways to know if this is a real problem. One, I'm going to hit clear and just see if it goes away. And it does. So that's a good indication that it's not a real problem. The next step will be when I actually run the game, do the errors come back? And I just want to make, we want to confirm that you have an error-free project before we kind of get knee-deep in development. So I'm going to go to your project tab down here and find the scenes folder. So I'm inside of assets, scenes. And remember, this is just something on your file structure on your computer, wherever you cloned it, just in case you forget or you're not used to Unity. Anyway, so inside of scenes, I want to find test level. Double click that. That should open the test level. I'll talk more about it in a sec. Right now, I just want you to hit run and make sure there's no errors here. Yellow is okay. Red is bad. I have no errors. When I stopped the game, I got some. That really doesn't matter. The main thing is you want to make sure you have clear on play on. So now it's off. Now it's on. This is in the console window. If I hit play, do these errors go away? Yes. All right. So if that's the case for you, you have no red errors when you run the game. It's okay if they come when you stop it. That's just kind of like the game turning off in a way that's not great, but that doesn't matter. I don't care about quitting the game. I care about running the game right now. If your game runs without errors, you're awesome. You're ready to go to the next video. If you got problems, let me know. All right. Thanks.